In the Bay Area, during 1956, a house was built in a gated community called La Serena Manor. No Jews or blacks were permitted to live there. But in 1992, a Jewish couple with a son and another on the way moved into that house and raised their family. The house became my home. Presently, my parents are putting it on the market, and I can't help but wonder if I'll have a place to call home after they sell it. San Diego is the only other place I've ever lived. That front door always freaked me out, though. I used to have this reoccurring nightmare that I was being chased by a wolf in the woods. When I would finally break through the tree line, I would see my front door and my family inside, but the door was locked and they couldn't hear me. Like any place, it has good and bad memories. I had a great childhood playing outside all day with the neighbor kids. It's difficult to remember, though. My memories are washed out and hard to see. Coming home makes them all a little clearer, though. The house is like a time capsule of all our lives. My mom's model playhouse that she's had for over 30 years. All my grandparents' things that sit to collect dust. I've been living in La Jolla a little more than 2 years now. (9705) apartment B1. But on September 30th at 1:30 a.m., the place was lost in a flood. For a week after, my girlfriend and I were homeless. We lost everything. What we could say was spread between 4 different friends. We scrambled to find a new apartment. When we did, it took us 2 months to settle in. Somehow, this new place feels more like home. It was a fire hydrant that flooded the place. Some guy fell asleep driving and hit it. The water came rushing in through the windows and pinned the front door shut. We were trapped for a half an hour, watching as everything washed away into the canyon and drowned in the bedroom. The water was waist high in there. A tidal wave ran through the place, but that wasn't the worst part. Sifting through everything was like rubbing salt in a wound. I do find some humor, though, in that with everything gone, our refrigerator is still full. I think it's a blessing in disguise. The experience gave me perspective. While I was fearing the loss of my childhood home, I experienced the loss of the home I created. There's a lot of irony in that. For me, losing everything in a matter of minutes allowed me to let go of the materiality of home. Sure, material things hold memories, and those are irreplaceable. But without the memory, it's just material waiting to collect dust like my grandfather's desk. Our memories are never of the objects we own, but of the feelings they brought us when we owned them. I've realized that it's not where home was, but where home is going to be, and who it's going to be with. My parents are getting older. My brother and I have moved out. It might be the end of our time in this house, but it's just the beginning for a new family to call this place home.